Hello everyone, and welcome to my article review presentation. My name is Nur Qistina and I am from NBH 6A. Today, I'll be discussing an insightful research article titled Training, Employee Involvement and Continuous Improvement, the Moderating Effect of Common Improvement Method. This article was written by Marcel F. van Essen and published in Production Planning and Control in 2021. The author is a Dutch researcher from TIA School for Business and Society, Tilburg University. This article also focuses on how training, employee involvement, and common improvement methods, or CIMs, affect continuous improvement, often known as CI, in organizations. The topic is highly relevant for HR professionals and team leaders, especially those responsible for designing training programs and leading improvement initiatives. The study has three clear objectives. First, to examine how training impacts employee involvement in CI activities. Second, to see if using a shared or structured improvement method like Lean or Six Sigma helps or hinders that relationship. And third, to determine whether employee involvement serves as a bridge or mediator between training and successful continuous improvement outcomes. These are important questions for companies that want to turn training into real workplace improvements. Main issues identified. The article highlights several real-world challenges. First, many organizations invest heavily in training programs and adopt standardized methods, expecting quick improvements. But they often don't see the results they hoped for. There's a disconnect between training and actual outcomes. Second, the article points out that while common improvement methods bring structure and alignment, they can also become too rigid. When employees feel restricted by a strict process, they are less likely to propose new ideas or take initiative. So instead of encouraging improvement, the structure may unintentionally suppress creativity. Third, there's a lack of empowerment. Even after receiving training, employees often are not included in key decisions or given space to implement what they have learned. This leads to frustration and missed opportunities for innovation. The core issue is this: does having a structured method support employee involvement? The article argues that the solution is not choosing one over another, but instead finding a balance where structure supports people, not restricts them. Key research findings. Now, let's explore what the research found. The study gathered data from 208 managers in Dutch organizations using detailed analysis. The author discovered several key insights. Training does increase employee involvement. When people are trained, whether on tools, processes, or systems, they are more likely to participate in improvement activities. That's the first step. But more importantly, the study showed that employee involvement is the real driver of improvement. Training only works when employees are allowed to apply what they learn and contribute ideas. So, involvement acts as a bridge between training and results. Next, the study looked at common improvement methods like Lean or Six Sigma. Interestingly, when these methods are applied too strictly, the positive impact of training drops. Employees may follow instruction but stop thinking creatively. They become passive rather than proactive. So strict structure can backfire. The article also found that participative goal setting, where employees help set improvement targets, is generally helpful for improvement overall. However, it did not significantly boost the effect of training on involvement, which means that just including employees in planning is not enough unless the organization also builds a culture of trust and flexibility. Let's move on to recommendations. Based on these findings, the article makes several useful recommendations. Organizations should design training that goes beyond just teaching tools. Employees should also learn about why improvement matters, how it links to business goals, and how they can contribute. This gives their work meaning and purpose. Second, do not treat improvement methods like one size fits all. While structure is important, it should be adaptable to the team's needs and working style. Flexibility allows room for creativity and real engagement. Next, companies should encourage employee participation in setting goals and improvement plans. When employees have shaped the direction of their work, they feel a stronger sense of ownership and accountability. Lastly, create a work environment that values trust, experimentation, and open dialogue. Employees need to know that their input matters and that trying something new, if it fails, is part of the learning process. In short, train people, empower them, and trust them. That is where true improvement comes from. The conclusion. To conclude, this article shows that while training is important, it's not the full solution. Real improvement happens when employees are involved, empowered, and supported. Structured methods like Lean and Six Sigma are great tools, but only when used flexibly, not rigidly. The real magic happens when we balance structure with human creativity. As future HR leaders or business professionals, this is a crucial lesson. People do not just implement systems, they drive them. Let's make sure we are building workplaces where people are not only trained, but also trusted to lead change. That's all from me. Thank you.